Good Thursday afternoon, everyone. I'm Victoria Hill. Samantha Harrelson will join us in just a minute. President Donald Trump is Montana bound. He boarded Air Force One less than 20 minutes ago at Joint Base Andrews in Washington, D.C. and is now en route to Great Falls. Senator Steve Daines and Congressman Greg Gianforte were also seen climbing on board. Samantha Harrelson is standing by live at our MTN station in Great Falls. Until he touches down in Great Falls, but it sounds like the work has already begun.
Well, Victoria, it's not often a sitting president visits Montana, and it sure will be something to see. The amount of work that goes into coordinating a presidential visit from local law enforcement, state authorities, and the Secret Service who arrived here over the weekend to coordinate and prepare. All of those plans will go into action when the president touches down in Great Falls around 3:30 this afternoon, and that's when we'll begin to carry live coverage on our local MTN stations. I'll be up at the airport for the president's arrival, and we have reporters along the motorcade route, in the arena, and at the planned protests as well. We'll carry the entirety of the president's remarks, and we'll wrap up as the president departs Montana this evening. It's a historic day here in Great Falls, and we'll hope you'll join us this afternoon. Victoria, back to you.
We look forward to hearing from you more later today. Well, the gates to the Montana Expo Park opened around 10:30 this morning, but people were in line way before then. One man traveled 9 hours all the way from Boise, Idaho, and was the first in line just before 5 a.m. He says he's excited to see President Trump for the first time and to be around other Trump supporters.
To those MAGA batteries. You know, we fight and deal with so much from so many angles. To be able to come and fellowship with fellow MAGA people and Trump supporters and people who love our country, especially the day after the 4th, I'm excited to just feel that energy and get that recharge from the MAGA fam.
President Trump will be here in support of Republican U.S. Senate candidate Matt Rosendale, who's challenging Democratic U.S. Senator Jon Tester. MTN's chief political reporter Mike Dennison had a chance to catch up with Rosendale ahead of the big visit and found out what he hopes to hear the president speak about during the rally.
I hope that he will talk about the differences and the contrast between myself and Jon Tester, because really that's what this race should be about, instead of about personalities. And if we start looking at the differences between my record of reducing regulations and Jon Tester's record of increasing regulations, and my record of reducing spending and Jon Tester's record of increasing spending, if we focus on those things, my embrace of the resource development around the state to make sure that we can continue to produce those high-wage jobs, I will be thrilled.
And President Trump is also getting a big welcome from an unlikely source, Senator Jon Tester's campaign. Montanans for Tester placed an ad in 14 Montana newspapers and is even running a statewide radio ad. The ad thanks the president and highlights the 16 bills Tester sponsored or co-sponsored that were signed by the president. It reads, quote, "Welcome to Montana, and thank you, President Trump, for supporting Jon's legislation to help veterans and first responders, hold the VA accountable, and get rid of waste, fraud, and abuse in the federal government. Washington's a mess, but that's not stopping Jon from getting things done for Montana." President Trump hasn't responded to the ad. Senator Tester is in Billings today hosting a roundtable with ag producers and local businesses. They will discuss the president's import tariffs and the impact they've had on the state's economy.